From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for April 24th, 2018. Today we're taking a look at the USDCAD, the US dollar versus Canadian dollar for today's trade analysis. Starting here on the daily time frame, a couple of trends we're taking a look at. The previous uptrend, the green trend line, as the market was rising from the lows, down here into the 122s, all the way to the highs in towards the 1.31 level. At the top of the chart. Since then, we've been following along the blue trend line, falling from the 131 level back down into the 125.50 or so level, the orange shaded area at the bottom of the blue trend line. And now, the past week, we've seen a shift once again of that trend as the market has pushed from the 125.50 level all the way up to the 128.25.30 level, as we settle down on top of this orange shaded area and support. So very interesting trending movements here for this currency pair, rising, falling, and now rising once again. What I want to point out to you today is the area between the orange zone into the 128 level, in the blue zone 129 level. The area between there, we've seen the market bouncing around in there before. I've highlighted it with these black boxes where we've seen support at the orange zone, resistance at the blue zone. Each one of these black boxes represents that period where we've seen orange zone as support, blue zone as resistance. I've also highlighted back here where the blue circle is, a period where the market was under the orange zone, found resistance, and went back down. So what all of this tells us, the black boxes, the blue circle, is if the market stays under the orange zone, it's resistance. If it gets above the orange zone, there's a high probability, statistically speaking, of some support into that orange zone. Well, as we see today, the market is now pushed through 128.05, 128.25, the orange zone, and is now sitting on top of it as support. Interesting enough, 128.26, if you take Fibonacci from the top of the blue trend line down to our most recent lowest low, top of the blue trend line down to the lowest low, with Fibonacci retracement tool, that puts a 50% retracement. Now 50% of course not a Fibonacci level, but it's a commonly understood retracement point, halfway point of the previous trend, 128.26, and we're sitting on top of that, which is the top of the orange shaded area as well. So we know historically this is an area of support and resistance. We know there's a 50% retracement level there. So as long as the current momentum holds, we look for a breakout scenario, which is a break above the orange zone, and a continuation towards the blue zone. So that's what we're looking for today, a hold of support at the orange zone, continuation to the blue zone, which happens to be, by the way, the 618 Fibonacci retracement level of that same blue trend range. So that sits at 1.2896, bottom of the blue zone. And the risk in this scenario is the market turns around, goes back down, gets back under the orange shaded area, goes back down to the green shaded area. So as long as it's on top of the orange zone, I'm looking for a long in the direction of our current momentum targeting the blue zone. Risk is it gets back underneath the orange zone. Back to the 4-hour time frame, doesn't really change it, but take a look at this. We've now seen the market clearly break out, open and close, stay above several candles above the orange shaded area, increasing our confidence, not a guarantee, but increasing our confidence in a real break rather than a false break. And now again, we're looking for it to hold above here. We don't want it to get back underneath here. We look to target the next level, which is the blue zone. Again, look at the left-hand side. We can see support orange zone, resistance blue zone. And, of course, our risk is that it breaks back under the orange zone. Stop losses, of course, for any buys that you take are sitting just underneath this orange shaded area. That way, if the market decides to make a different decision and go down, we limit the impact to our trading account. So buying the dollar CAD on top of the orange zone, 128.05, 128.25, is the trade for the USDCAD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.